when it comes to working together to hunt, these birds take the cake. This is an American white pelican. This is a brown pelican, and this is a great blue heron. All three of these birds are predators, but they're all kind of bad at hunting on their own. But when they work together, well, they're a force to be reckoned with. You see, the pelican's got a big bill, but it's not built for spearing fish. This guy's just not built for it. See, his bill is too short and his beak is too wide, so he can scoop up fish, but he can't spear them like this guy does. The job of catching the fish falls to their head, which is why herons often stand on the shore and wait for pelicans to swim up to them and open their mouths really wide. The heron will then jump into the air and use its sharp beak to spear a fish before the pelican has a chance to snatch it. Once the pelican sees that the heron has a fish in its mouth, it will open its mouth super wide and try to catch as much of the water as possible. The water pushes the fish down the pelican's throat and into its stomach. Sometimes the pelicans will even work together to herd the fish towards the heron so it can nab it more easily. Sometimes they'll do this in shallow water where there's plenty of fish to go around. And sometimes they'll even corral the fish into tight balls to make it easier to catch them. Just goes to show, teamwork makes the dream work. But the best part of this whole relationship is that the pelicans do actually have to work very hard at all. They just kind of goof off and hang out by the heron while it does all the work. Then they just open their mouths real big and try to catch as much water as possible. The pelicans basically get the fish for free, but only if they're fast enough. You see, the pelican needs to be close enough to the heron to catch the fish as it is being flung towards it. But it also needs to be far enough away to avoid getting splashed by the water that the fish is in. It's a risky move, but sometimes worth it if you're quick enough. And if the pelican misses the fish, well, then one of the other birds gets first dibs on it. The brown pelican will try to catch the fish with its bill, while the white pelican will try to catch it with its throat pouch. If neither of those guys can grab it, then the heron will try to snag it with its beak. And if all else fails, then, well, the fish gets away. But even though the pelicans don't have to put in much effort to get their food, they still need to cooperate with each other. If they don't, then it's every bird for itself and nobody catches anything at all. In fact, researchers have found that the success of these cooperative hunts depends on the experience and intelligence of the birds involved. More intelligent birds are able to figure out how to work together more quickly and therefore have more successful hunts. Experience also plays a role because birds that have hunted together before are better at coordinating their actions than birds that are meeting for the first time. But perhaps most importantly, the birds need to be able to recognize themselves as individuals within the group. In other words, they need to know that they're different from each other. If they didn't, then they wouldn't be able to figure out how to cooperate, because they would all be trying to do the same thing. But by recognizing themselves as individuals, they were able to divide up the task and work together to catch more fish than they could if they were all trying to be the one to catch the fish. So the next time you see a pelican, remember that it might be a lot dumber than you think. But with a little help from its friends, it can be a lot smarter too. If you want to learn more about animal smarts, check out our podcast, which is all about the amazing ways that animals use their brains to get what they need to survive. There's a new episode every week, and you can listen on various platforms. Speaking of new episodes, we've got one coming up on killer whales and their super flexible communication scheme. So be sure to check it out. And thanks for listening.